Bonjour à tous et à toutes, je m'appelle Krisha. Good morning to one and all, I'm Krisha. And I'll be covering the book of Long, c'est quoi, the Millennium Edition, cours de langue et de civilisation français. C'est par J'ai mangé, the book recommended by CBSE. So we have the 18e leçon comme la Bourgogne ou les Bourguignons. It's basically Bourgogne. It is a region in France. It's like a province, a state, or as we say in French, a province. And le Bourguignon, it refers to the people belonging from that region. What, as far as I've understood this as, le Bourgogne, it's something like Punjab, and le Bourguignon, they're something like Punjabis. So, reading the text, la Bourgogne ou le Bourgogne, ne confondons pas. Le Bourgogne, c'est une large vallée dans laquelle the Bourgogne ou de Bourgogne, do not confuse yourself, because la Bourgogne with LA, the feminine word, the nom féminin, it refers to a place, and le Bourgogne over here, it refers to a type of wine which comes from that region of Bourgogne. Ne confondons pas, it means do not confuse yourself. La Bourgogne, c'est une large vallée dans laquelle, la Bourgogne with the feminine la, it is a big huge valley in which à travers les champs et les prés coule la Saône. Across the fields and the meadows flows the river Saône. It's a river in France. Au cours long et tranquille, flows smoothly, softly, with a lesser speed and in a calm or a gentle manner. Then we've got, ce sont des côtés plantés de vin que cultivent des paysans robustes automne-colère. It means that there are the small hills. Coteau refers to small hills planted with, you can say, with vines as vineyards, etc., which are cultivated by the paysans robustes automne-colère. It means by the farmers, the sturdy farmers, like they've got muscles built up from working hard in the fields all day. Automne-colère means they are colored. Over here it means like they're tanned because they're weathered. The skin is tanned because working day and night under the sun. And after that we've got au parler sonore des sanctuaires réputés Vézelay, and they talk really proudly and loudly about the shrines, the sanctuaries, the famous shrines present in that region. For example, we've got the Vézelay, par exemple, où les pèlerins accourent chaque année, or by example all the pilgrims that come to that region for the shrines, of course, each year. Chaque année means each year. And after we've got une terre sur laquelle le mêle étroitement le goût des choses de l'esprit et l'amour de la vie matérielle. It means, une terre means a land or soil. Over here it mentions the place, like जगह की बात हो रही है इधर. Une terre sur laquelle, the place over where se mêle étroitement, everyone meets over here. This verb is se mêler, like हिंदी में होता है मेले, like मेले में होता है सारे लोग मिलते हैं. सेम मैनर फ्रेंच में इट्स लाइक लोग एक दूसरे के साथ आकर मिलते हैं. étroitement le goût des choses, मतलब वो मिलजुल के क्या बात करें, sur l'esprit, the spiritual enlightenment, et l'amour de la vie matérielle, the love of the materialistic life. It means like how people lead their lives with devotion, the spiritualism, etc. La terre qui vit naître Bossuet, the place which has given birth to where lived the great orator, the religious orator Bossuet. It's a famous one. Le grand orateur religieux de 17e siècle, a big religious orator of the 17th century. Le poète Lamartine, it's a famous poet, Lamartine. We must remember the names of such poets. And étant d'hommes illustres, and with enough of men, of illustrated men. Then we've got que de choses et d'hommes à la fois maudits. It means that there are, like, it's a big region with a lot of famous people. It's just commenting on how there are a lot of illustrated men belonging from that region. We've got, et oui, cette province est riche et variée comme s'en va le fameux Bourgogne avec un petit b. Over here it refers to cette province est riche et variée. This province is rich and vibrant comme son vin, just like its wine, le fameux Bourgogne avec un petit b. It means it is famous like its wine, as I said, le Bourgogne avec the masculine le, avec un petit b. When we talk about the province, we write la Bourgogne with a capital B, and when we talk about the wine, we say le Bourgogne with a smaller b. And then we've got comment t'appelez-vous donc les diverses sortes de même vin. How do we call the different type of the same wine, the varieties which come under the same wine? Je connais ce mot. I know this word. Je l'ai sur le bout de la langue. I know this word. It's on just on the tip of the mouth. I just forgot about it. It means this expression means this. Vous voulez dire les différentes crus? Do you want to say the different crus? This is a term crus which is very very important. Even I had this fill in the blank in my board exams about the different types of the same wine. They're known as les crus. C-R-U-S. Il y en a des dizaines. There are around 10 of them. Et les Bourguignons sont très fiers de leur vin. And the Bourguignons, the people belonging from Bourgogne, sont très fiers. They are very proud de leur vin, of their wines. Ce sont des fins connaisseurs talés. They are the final people. They are the great people with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of expertise on the field of wine, and they are really proud of their wines. Il faut les voir dans les ventes annuelles. It is necessary to see these people in their annual sales of the wine. And over there, what they do say, goûter les vins, they taste, like they don't, gulp down the whole drink. They instead take it in a glass, they sip it casually, they taste it. Et après, nous avons, il faut voir l'air sérieux avec lequel ils agitent doucement leurs petits gobelets d'argent. It is necessary to see the serious manner with which they slowly take their cup or the, like, here it is written le petit gobelet d'argent. It means a container which contains their wine. This is also very important. Le petit gobelet d'argent. Gobelet means like the goblet of fire, as in like a cup, a specific cup for this particular type of wine. D'argent means like the metal or the silver over here. So basically they're talking about how these people are really proud and serious about the types of different crus, the different types of the same wine, the Bourgogne, and they taste it or they goûter it very in a specific fashion. Leur passe longuement sous leur nez pour sentir le parfum. They're telling how they sip their wine, how they taste it. They take their gobelet d'argent and they keep it under their noses. They smell the wine, they appreciate the fragrances. Leur porte à leurs lèvres et boivent enfin. First, they try to, appreciate the fragrance of the wine. Then they put it towards their lips and then they drink it finally. Like it's like a whole process. First they appreciate it, they taste it, and after that, that's when they swallow. C'est de la gourmandise. Is it about their greed? No, c'est presque, pardonnez-moi, de la piété. No, it's, we can say, forgive me for my direct words, de la piété. It means devotion over here. And c'est tout pour le texte. It is all for the text. Now we'll be talking about the questions. Alright, talking about the pour la conversation questions, the literature questions at the back of the book. On page 206, 206, we have the leçon 18, the 18th lesson. The first question is, La Bourgogne est-elle riche et variée? The region of Bourgogne, is it rich and vibrant? In which we'll answer as oui, La Bourgogne, elle est riche et variée. Simply straight away a yes or no question. We'll just copy the whole question as the answer with a oui or no. In this case, it will be a positive answer, a yes or a oui. For the second follow-up question of pourquoi, we'll answer it as yes, Bourgogne is riche et variée because. We'll write it as oui, Bourgogne est riche et variée parce que means because. We've got because il y a des champs, the fields, et les prés, the meadows, et il y a la Saône, a fleuve. There is Saône, which is a river. And Bourgogne c'est aussi une large valley. Bourgogne, it is also a big valley. We'll basically write on the second sentence from the text. For the third question, we've got quelle plante cultive-t-on en Bourgogne? Which plant do we cultivate in Bourgogne? The answer is very obvious. It's les vins, the wine plants. And for the fourth question, we've got comment s'appellent les diverses sortes de même vin? How do we say the different types of the same wine? As I said earlier, we call this as les crus, C-R-U-S. These are the different types of the same wine. The fifth question is, avec quel objet goûtons le vin? With which object do we taste the wine? For this, the answer would be a petit gobelet d'argent. So now we've got the sixth question of comment. In the fifth question, we'd already answered that we taste the wine in a petit gobelet d'argent, and in which it asks comment, it means how, by what manner. So we'll say comment. With comment, we've got the answer of on passe longuement sous leur nez pour sentir le parfum. porter leur lèvre et boivent un fin, which is basically the fifth last, fourth last, and the third last lines of the whole text. And then we've got the dernière question, the last question of y a-t-il des vins dans votre pays? Are there any wines in your country? We never really studied a lot about this particular question because it's not very important. It's based on value judgment. So, but just to answer that, what I had written in my notebook, it was no, il n'y a pas beaucoup de vin dans mon pays. No, there are not a lot of wines in my country parce que les personnes ne préfèrent pas boire du vin, because the people don't like drinking wine over here on Ant in India. C'est tout, c'est tout pour sa vidéo, it is all for this video, et donc j'espère que c'était bien. I hope it was great, and I'll be covering the grammar part of the lesson this week, the grammar part of the 18th lesson after this video. Et oui, merci beaucoup, à plus.